So I have an onion left over. I think I'm going to make a red onion sauce like New York Sabrett style, similar to what you would get in these packs here. As you can see, the ingredients are onion, water, tomato paste, cornstarch, sugar, and some spices with a little bit of olive oil. A lot of people make them a lot of different ways, but that's the overall ingredient list I'm going to follow. So we're just going to half one onion here. I'm going to cut it into fairly thin but similar sized pieces. This is the onion I had left over. If you want to use a sweet onion or a Spanish onion, whatever you have, that's totally fine. Use the onion that kind of fits your preference. But after you chop them up, I'm going to break them apart. That way they're not all stuck together still. That'll be easier in the pan. And then we're going to take a pot of your favorite size. I think a little smaller is nice because you don't need that much surface area on the bottom. And you're going to fill this up. Low and slow is the key here, so I'm going to put them in fairly cold. Mixing them around just to get them evenly coated with that olive oil. The goal here is, in making this sauce, you don't want to burn or brown your onions too much. You want a translucent, nice, barely golden onion. I'm also going to add 1 clove of garlic to this. You don't have to. I don't think there is any garlic in the recipe that Sabrett uses. Add in a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, and then I'm also going to add in a little bit of garlic powder just to make up for not using more than 1 clove of garlic, because I personally really like garlic flavors, but you don't need to do that. Mix that all together and then let these kind of cook for 1 to 2 minutes. Start to really become translucent, not too hot, pay attention to them. And then we're going to add tomato paste. This is probably, I want to say, 2 tablespoons worth. This is what makes the red sauce red. It is tomato flavored. Some people use ketchup, which is fine because that has the sugar already in it. Totally cool. But as the package said, they use tomato paste, which is what I went with. Mix that together, let that coat everything. Cook it for a minute or two also to get kind of that raw tomato paste flavor out. Then we are going to add a little bit of vinegar. That was about 1/4 cup. Not sure if they use that based on what the package says, but that's what I've seen other people do online. And then a little bit of water, about 1/2 cup. We're going to add about 1 tablespoon of the sugar as well. Mix that all together, and that's your sauce. We're going to let this reduce for probably 20 to 30 minutes, and then the cornstarch at the end will really bring it together. But this is just, New York style hot dog topping. If you're not in New York, you may never have had this, but it goes on hot dogs with sauerkraut, mustard, whatever. You're going to see in my next video, though, I'm going to put this on a burger. So this video won't have me using this sauce. This is just how I make it. But to turn this into a sauce, you need a bit of a cornstarch slurry. So mix equal parts of the cornstarch and water together. And then when we're ready to do it, we're going to pour that in. I'm going to let this go for another 5 minutes or so just to reduce a little bit further. But now we're ready. Once I pour that in, though, watch how quickly it seizes up. This becomes a thick sauce right away. Color changes a little bit because of the cornstarch color, but that's fine. But see now, immediately, it is so thick, it's gloopy. That's exactly the consistency you would get at a hot dog cart. So that's exactly what I'm looking for here. I'm going to cook this down for maybe another 2 or 3 minutes just to cook out a little bit of the raw cornstarch flavor that's in there. Also reduce it a bit. It is a little bit sweet from the sugar, a little bit vinegary, so you do want to balance out that flavor with some salt. So I tasted it there, and it definitely needed a little bit more. Mix that all up together and you're done. That's it. It's very nice. You can cook this as much or as little as you want. If you want more crunchy onions or you want really, really soft onions, the flavor will overall be the same. It's just the texture change that you'll have. But there you go. That's a nice red onion sauce, Sabrett style, New York style hot dog cart. Watch the next video, which will probably come out tomorrow, I'm going to be putting this on a burger. I'm going to be making a hot dog style burger. So check it out.